Hello, good afternoon, evening, or morning to all of you. I should probably really introduce myself. My name is KiraTheHedgehog319, but please, do call me Kira. I know that I haven't gotten any comments nor any likes yet, but don't worry about it. I'm not mad. I'm never mad at all at anybody, actually. Truth to be told, I know I'm new to this still, but I'm just really grateful to actually still introduce myself, whether like this, or hiding my face, or whatever makes people feel comfortable. Anyways, I would like to be able to open up a kind of Q&A for this video. For those of you who have never heard of myself before. And pardon me if I'm a little nervous or shy or fuddling or nervously in my words. But I don't want to screw this up. Anyways, like I was saying, I would be very so kind to answer some questions. Like, for example, if you ask, what are my favorite top video games? 3 of them, I mean. The top 3 I would say are Sonic, Super Smash Brothers, and I think Mario. That's one of the 3 that I could think of, but I know I have lots of more, like Undertale, Zelda, Pokemon, Kirby, or whatever games I could think of. The second thing that there's another example of questions that you can ask me, like, what is your favorite anime, or somehow, what animes do you like to watch? Truth to be told, I don't mind any kind of anime, but the first ones I've got to see as a child were Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha. But some nowadays I like to watch animes that I can somehow get curious about, like the Danganronpa series. I like to watch the Danganronpa, the animation, like a few times just to get me inspired. But it also makes me curious to see if there's any future games like that coming about. Also, the one more example I would also like to give are what shows or movies that you like to watch. That's an easy one. Any movies that I like Disney or Warner Brothers or possibly Universal or any kind of movie that I've been familiar with is good. Like the Pokemon movies, for example. I've actually used to see the first all the way to Pokemon Forever, like a lot of times since I was a little girl. And I happen to like Pikachu as one of my first favorite characters. And as for the other kinds of movies I like, now I know that none of you have noticed, but I'm a fan of some horror movies. But the monsters I like are werewolves, vampires, and possibly, maybe sometimes, well, non-horror monsters like the mythical creatures or anything you could think of. But there are some shows that I'm not comfortable with. If you ask me what they are, I'll just type them down into the comments below. But anyways, I know that I've been keeping myself quiet in the shadows, but I sometimes like to give some advice, like to give some comfort, and also possibly, well, share ideas to help those like you who have autism like myself. Yeah, you heard me. I'm kind of autistic too, but not in the high or the low level, just in between. And for that, it's not a bother to me. But anyways, I would like to still answer some questions and also give people who are not famous or somehow famous some good advice or possibly some ideas to help them create some new things like songs or possibly some ideas for characters. But I don't need to be rushed about it because I sometimes can multitask with 2 or 3 things, like listen to YouTube or just draw on my paper and such, or whatever comes to my way. But for this, I really have to do one thing at a time. But other than that, I would love to actually answer some questions if you would give me some time to think about it. Or I can actually let you think about that first, because I know that, well, people have been going through a lot of tough times, like COVID-19 for the past 2.5 years or so, or actually 3.5 or not, and possibly losing people that they love, which I'm deeply, very, very sorry for all of you. Whether it's friends or family or relatives, I'm deeply sorry for your losses, especially the closest person or people that you have. I've been through that a lot worse too. But I also know that I've been trying my best to help many good people. And I want to, because helping people is the best that I can do, even if I'm just being myself. Now, in the next 2 months, I'm going to be able to show a kind of presentation that I was agreed by the Niagara College in Niagara Falls to show them a video about helping those who are graduating from college to work on future jobs of full-time, part-time, or weekend times. But for that, this video that, well, is going to help those like you talented and amazing, wonderful people, whether you're good at art, singing, dancing, cooking, anything that you are. You don't have to be afraid to hide your talent. Help spread your voice. Help spread the good terms of what you can do in the future. And the most importantly, just be yourself. No one can tell you what to do. Even if your life was filled with so many difficult choices, or if you don't have a perfect life, don't worry about it. Just try to achieve your goals in your own way. Be honest, be kind, be loyal, be respectful, and never turn your back on others. That's the good advice that I can send to you guys. And for that, I also would like to say, you all are talented in your own ways. Whether you're a male or a female, a child, a young adult, or an elderly person, you all have pure hearts of gold. You all have to fill the inside of you with goodness and kindness, and also with lots of good terms to help make your lives feel much better. That also goes for the outside of you. They say, for some things of advices, like money doesn't grow on trees, or money can't buy happiness, or many things, well, don't always work. I know you understand some of those, but there are some things that, well, even we can't handle. But in fact, we also know that there are times when people are also concerned about the global warming. Yeah, I'm really concerned about that too, mostly. Like, up to here in my own concern. Like when you're getting upset, you're like reaching to the top like a volcano ready to explode. I get that. But to be honest, I really don't want the earth to be, well, going through a lot of more pain like we've done. And I also don't want the animals to, well, suffer the consequences or die either. We all have to make a right choice. But it all starts with you. I was told by many good lessons in my life, and I think you should reflect on your actions. That's how people would say, if you want to change not only your attitude or whatever comes in the way, like personalities, behavior, and also the tone of voice, you have to catch yourself before your anger or rudeness or whatever comes up to catch you. I just know that it's not quite easy to explain, but it's all I know. I'm not always good at answering some things, but I can try my best. Anyways, I'm just hoping that you all can understand, and hopefully, well, you're still welcome to ask me anything. And no matter what happens, just be yourself and keep on doing the best you can. Either you're helping your families, or you're at school, or you're at your work, etc. What matters is that you are your own person. You can change what your life has in its course, but you're also welcome to be able to have, well, many good people that actually have the same equals of your likings and dislikings, or whatever comes in your way. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. And also, please be sure to share good advices with people. And also, don't be afraid to actually, well, keep yourself hidden, because, well, we all have a voice. We all gotta speak it out. And for me, this is just the beginning of me. For I'm gonna do my best. And even though that you guys may think I'm just crazy or whatever, that's okay. But like I said, I won't get mad at some things. And I won't be able to be, well, having complaints. But the truth is, I just want to help people like you. No matter if I'm autistic or not, I'm still a good person, just like all of you. And we all have the right to speak up. And we all have the right to help others. So don't be shy and don't be afraid. Whatever comes in our way, I know we can do it. Especially when it all starts with you. Also, when you also have a good person to help you along the way, that'll reflect on them too, as they are good people that also need good advice and lots of good terms to make the right choices and not bad. And that's how I see it within the world. You just gotta be able to look, absorb, look around you. You can make the good choices. Nobody can stop you because you're you. And you will always be you. No matter what, just be yourself. And don't ever give up on your goals, dreams, or whatever you got. But mostly, always be honest and don't be afraid to ask. Because people will sometimes help you to answer the questions. Whether it's a yes or no question or whatever kind of question it be. Don't be afraid to take the time to ask once or twice. And whatever you do, don't ever give up on what you have now. Because it's always going to be a part of you. And you can still use it for good, to help many good people. Even at some current times, when we're alone, or with friends or family. So don't be afraid. And that's all I got to say for today. So do not forget to subscribe, leave a comment, either to ask me questions or anything you would like to say, if you think my advices are good or not. But anyways, I bid you all a good day, and, well, remember, just be yourself. And always never give up. See you next time.